Welcome back to the last part of this futures trading accelerator program. So in today's video, I'm going to be live trading for you guys and tying everything that I covered together. And I think you'll be able to see that in this live trading. The market will be opening in 15 seconds. And yeah, so you'll see my thought process, how I trade, my psychology, all that kind of stuff. I'll be having more of these kinds of videos in the future. But for today, let's just do some live trading and see how it goes. Win, loss, green, red, I don't care. Just want to show you guys how I live trade. And of course, you can see right here on TradeStation, the green dots means it's a real account, live money, real money, not a prop firm, not a demo account, right? Like all these other gurus. Nope. We like to keep it real with real money. So right now, ES is at 45.50. It's a little bit tricky of a zone to trade in because we have ran up super aggressively since yesterday, and I don't really like this weird action here. There's not really any decisiveness. We're just kind of curling on over. I'm not really sure if I should be bullish or bearish just yet. Let's put that to the 1 minute. So yeah, I'm gonna be waiting. What's gonna happen is we are either going to break above these highs of like 45.52 and start running, or break below this little demand zone and just plummet below that. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to be waiting to see. That's what trading's all about. Literally just waiting, pressing a button, waiting, seeing what happens, executing, analyzing, planning, plotting. And then that's what a trade is, right? It's not super sexy or anything like people think that it is. Let's pull up the stock market. Wow, so S&P should be breaking down. I don't know if you guys can see this right now. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Nvidia is like the highest weighting stocks of the S&P, and they are all dying right now. Not sure why. Maybe some profit taking, but ES is not following. Or sorry, NASDAQ. I don't know why I just said the S&P. NASDAQ, I mean. Yeah, NASDAQ is dying. But the S&P should still be following decently. Well, I'm just going to keep waiting. I mean, again, guys, like I said, I really don't like to trade in the first 10 to 15 minutes at least. There's just so few. There's such few data points to go off of. I mean, we literally have like what, 3 candles and 2 points of range. There's no data right there. There is 0 data. So there's no point in taking a trade right now. I need to see more data, more points of, where bulls are stepping in, where bears are stepping in. And right now we're just not getting that at all. Let's see. Yeah, so Amazon still dying 2 points from almost the open. Nvidia climbing back. Microsoft climbing back. Apple climbing back. NASDAQ trading at 1600. Trying to fight and break above 1600. And S&P is not really doing much. Should this be a NASDAQ trading day? Possibly. Let's see. NASDAQ, there is a lot more decisiveness. We obviously came into 16,100. Bulls started stepping in, pushed price down about 100 points. I don't know. I kind of think that we would start just breaking these lows. I mean, this does look kind of like a head and shoulders-ish pattern. Basically just showing the bears are stepping in. And yeah, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia is pushing up, but I really don't prefer to buy right here. Even though it's low, technically, on the 5-minute, I could easily see it pulling back, 15 points again and then rallying. Because again, guys, there's just not enough data points that says this is a solid point to go long. Even if we swept the lows below 1600, took out a bunch of stops. I mean, that is looking good. We easily could retrace this move and go on up, but especially with now Nvidia pulling a high a day, it's very tricky. And again, guys, this is why I don't like taking a trade in the first 5 to 10, 15 minutes, because you just don't know what could happen. Yeah, it might look bullish right now, like we're going to break out, but then, this might be a rejection off of 16,010, and now we trade on lower, 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 and this is actually a bearish move, and this was the high. And I really want to buy, because I'm getting tempted into buying. But again, we are kind of on a downtrend. So, Nvidia pushing higher. If you guys can see that, Nvidia pushing higher. Amazon might break down from there. Apple kind of reclaiming those highs, working on it. And Microsoft kind of reclaiming those highs. You guys have to watch Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia. If you don't have those stocks on your watch list, not even to trade, but just to watch, right? Because that's what is going to move the market, along with Meta, Google, kind of. Those aren't as highly weighted as Microsoft or Apple. But yeah, you guys just have to watch those individual stocks. You can literally, again, just search up S&P weighting, and you can S&P and NASDAQ weighting, and you can see what stocks are the highest weight. So what stocks move the indexes, because guys, after like the 10th stock, it's really not going to be moving the market at all. But if Amazon, let's say, is dying, then it would move NASDAQ, along with Apple, Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft, all those kind of stocks. So we did get that rejection off of 16,010. That's why I'm saying I do not like to, just take a trade blindly, especially in the first 10 minutes. I mean, there's still barely any information. I mean, yeah, we swept below these lows, 16,000, got bid back up, testing 16,000. That does look like there was some good buying pressure there, but we'll have to see now if we can sustain that buying pressure and keep getting a bid on up and break out of this 16,020 level. And that's really what you guys should be doing, is marking levels on your chart. So in this case, 16,020 and 15,980. I'm not even interested remotely to be taking a trade in between these two levels. Why? Because there's no decisiveness, right? This is it right in the middle of 16,020 and 1980, where if we do break above, then that would now start a good rally, and if we break below 15,980, well, that would start the bearish pressure would start kicking in, and now you could go and look for shorts on a little retrace of a pop when it takes a breather on the downside, right? So, and again, like, look at this. There's no fantastic action right now. Is it looking bullish? Yeah, if we break above 16,010 and start catching a bid, then yeah, of course, that would look good. But again, what is this formation? I literally have no idea. Right now, we are kind of making a little bit higher of a trend, so it's not invalidated on the upside yet. But again, 16,020 is a level to watch. If we break above that, then okay, I'll start to look for some long trades. But other than that, I really don't care. So right now we're approaching 16,020. 16,020 trading on the offer. Should probably break through if we can sustain. And nope, sellers definitely just crushed that. So yeah, right there, right? Faked out a bunch of longs on the upside because again, this is a very, very crowded area. Of course, everyone's going to know that 16,020, if we break above that, then yeah, people are going to start getting in, jumping in, start buying because again, that would break away from all this indecisiveness. And we might get a reject on the first one, but then we might start cracking it on the second or third try. And yeah, S&P still literally doing nothing. Again, that's why I shifted to NASDAQ, because when I saw that S&P is not really moving at all, and NASDAQ is moving a little bit more than S&P, well, okay, I'm going to shift my focus onto something that is moving, because I don't want to be trading something like S&P today that's not going to be moving at all. And I might just get chopped around. You know, there's no point to trade something that's completely flat, right? And in this case, you should probably be trading gold over oil, right? Oil, just in a range. Gold, absolutely ripping. So you might want to be trading gold instead of oil. Now, S&P still not moving, and NASDAQ, either we are going to absolutely shred 16,015, 16,020 and break above that, because you can see a rejection here, here, and here. So there is a lot of shorts coming in, and if we can squeeze them out, then yeah, that would push NASDAQ up. And if we break this little triangle kind of thing, little bear flag here, and break, let's do a little trend line, and break like these little taps right here, then yeah, we'd fall below that and probably break below and continue that trend downward. But again, right, this is just indecisiveness right now. This is not a big downside move. This is just the sideways action until we get either another big downside move or a big rip upwards. Let's see. And look how big these wicks are on the 5 minute, right? This, so much indecisiveness. Trade all the way down here, all the way up here, to literally just close where it opened. And even on the 5 minute, on the next 5 minute candle, I mean, it's looking a little bit better now. But there's just a lot of wicks. So a lot of indecisiveness. So Apple is trading at the lows, around 190.8. Microsoft trading almost at the highs. If Microsoft breaks up above 376.5, 377, then NASDAQ should start ripping above 16,020. You can kind of see that right here. Microsoft is kind of trading exactly like how NASDAQ is, or NASDAQ is kind of trading exactly like how Microsoft is. If Amazon can now reclaim like 145 for that high a day, that should give NASDAQ some room to run, along with Apple, if it can hold those lows, and Nvidia, if it can not Christmas tree all the way back down to 500. Let's see if we can get that. Now, I do want to mention that today is Tuesday, so it's 2 days before Thanksgiving. There might not be really that many great trading opportunities. I mean, the week of Thanksgiving, the week of Christmas, a lot of people are off. A lot of people are busy. They're not trading. They have way more things to be worrying about. So that could be a reason why the S&P and NASDAQ just is not really moving that much, especially at the open. mean, that could be one reason. We might easily get a trend day just a little bit later in the day. Who knows? But again, right? So now it's been 15 minutes of the market open, and I'm getting a little bit more data, right? I can see that, okay, bulls are not super eager to just blow this over 16,020, right? I would not have known that right here. But I see that now, okay, shorts are coming in and stopping the bulls from breaking above 16,020, right? And I see this right now. I mean, of course, this 5-minute candle is not closed. There's still 5 more minutes. It just opened. But if we get down to like, if it's trading now down at like 15,997, 995, then yeah, I would think we would sweep, the lows of this wick, the lows of that wick, like right here, right? See, we cracked that trend line. We're looking bearish. Boom. Now, of course, again, bulls could easily just bid this right back up. And now shorts, early shorts, would now start to get stopped out and squeezed on the upside. And that's maybe how we'll break 16,020. But yeah. So let's see what happens here over the next couple minutes. Apple still trading at the lows. Microsoft not looking that great. Amazon still at the lows. So yeah, I mean, this is not looking fantastic for the big four. So at this point, I am leaning towards bearishness, right? Towards a bearish bias. Yeah, I mean, literally, guys, what did I say right here, right? If we can trade below here, it might look decent for a downside move. Now, again, I would like this to close, and if it closes somewhere in this range, then, yeah, I honestly would expect us to come down. Obviously, no guarantees. But let's see. Might get short here off the reject of 16,000.
Order filled.
All right, we're short here, 15,994. Let's see what happens. Now, again, guys, I would be playing with a lot more size right now, but this is my first time trading in a couple weeks, like a long time. I've been busy just in real life with my real businesses. So this is something that, whenever you get back into trading, always start small. I mean, I'm up $30. That's pretty much irrelevant to me. But I would just like to, get short, or not get short, just take a couple trades and, just get work back into the sizing, the risk, all that kind of stuff, right? And that's something that you should be doing if, you don't trade for a while. Don't go in your first day back with a ton of risk, right? You need to work back into the trading mindset and not, the, I guess, normal or average person mindset, which would be scared to be in drawdown and lose money and all that kind of stuff, right? So still going to be waiting for a crack below 15,980. I mean, we really should get that. I would kind of be surprised if we seriously turn all the way around here. But we'll see. Not going to be scared just because of one candle now. That puts me into a little bit of drawdown. That could happen. Take this to the side. Alright, I would really like to see this come back down and not get bid up, which is exactly what it's looking like right now. Because
Order filled.
yeah, that's not a good trade at all. Kind of forgot to look at Amazon, Apple, Nvidia. Yeah, those all just came right off of the lows. Maybe I got a little bit prematurely. But again, if those even catch a bid, then we will start flying. Yeah, that's just not what I like to see when you're short. Shorted literally at like the bottom of Apple. That would have broken below. That's what I would have wanted to see. Amazon and Microsoft's pushing those highs, so it's not what we really like to see. Not really a good execution at all. Really, I hate when I cover at the top of candles or the bottom, because usually that means that you're more emotional in the trade than actually looking at the charts. Maybe that's because I'm live trading. I'm not really sure. But that's just a bad indication of when you cover at a bad spot, or stop out at a bad spot. If it's at the bottom, or top, right, if you're short, and vice versa when you're long, then yeah, usually that means that market makers were able to get you right at the spot where most people would fold, and they might have gotten me right there, or we are going to run over 16,020. Not sure yet, but honestly, that was just a little beginning trade. Just a little beginning trade, little $40 loss. Really nothing too crazy, but it's good now. Got a trade off my belt, and now can look for a better opportunity and actually take a solid trade. And that's really the thing, guys, because if you don't trade for a while, it's going to be kind of nerve-wracking to take another trade, because again, you have to enter into this world of risk and uncertainty and not knowing what's going to happen. And to go from not trading at all to taking a trade is going to be a pretty big jump, and that is just something that you guys have to get over that hump of now taking a trade. Now you're back in. Now you just take trades with ease and with no hesitation. So hopefully if we can actually get a good range, if we can actually get a good trade setup, that'll happen. That would be fantastic. But again, I mean, this is what did I say earlier, right? I should not take a trade in between these levels. Now, what I was anticipating was that we were going to break below here and break below 15,980. So why not get in a little bit earlier? Because yeah, I mean, I don't want to be getting short exactly at 15,980, right? I really don't like to play breakout trades, right? But yeah, so now, Nvidia is a hint up. Amazon's still at the bottom. I mean, guys, if Amazon catches even the slightest bid, let me show this. If Amazon even catches the slightest bid up, it's going to start running. Then Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia is going to start running, and NASDAQ will also start running. And that is why I got out of that trade early. I mean, I did forget completely about, where all of those four stocks were at. And yeah. But yeah, guys, this is just a nasty open. This is not the best at all. But yeah, let's just wait a little bit longer till about 10 o'clock when some real news will actually come out and might kick the market in a direction, but we'll have to see. But yeah, nothing crazy right now. Let's see what Tesla's doing. Yeah, I mean, even something like Tesla is so range bound right now. Or wait, no, sorry. That's still ES. Not sure why it went. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so Tesla is actually up 6 points. Doesn't exactly move the market, but it's up there. It's like top 10, I believe. So there's a little bit bullish pressure right there. So who knows? Maybe this will be the break of 15,980, and I was just too early. That is 110% possible. But yeah, guys, when you see that from like 12 o'clock, where we actually got a move to now, I mean, yeah, this is just atrocious. Totally atrocious. Well, glad I kept my risk really small. $40. Not bad, especially in these conditions. Good thing I didn't size up completely like some other traders would have done and really been in trouble and just been tearing themselves to bits over literally nothing. But yeah, I mean, you'll see, guys. Like, if you look at this on NASDAQ, like, this is when you want to size up and trade, right? Or even some of these other days was actually a trend move down, right? Long off of 15,800, right? Those kind of days. Not the days where it's literally ping-ponging inside of a range. But we got about 2 more minutes till 10 o'clock. And let's see if we get anything at 10 o'clock. Let's go check the news. Forex Factory. Nothing. Or wait, no, not nothing. FOMC meeting minutes at 2 o'clock. So that's probably why we are not really moving. Price is probably literally waiting for 2 o'clock, which is 6 hours from now. So I might give it another 15 minutes. But yeah, other than that, that's probably why we're not really moving. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys are just learning a little bit from, this video's live trading of when to trade, when not to trade, my thought process behind these trades. Kind of sucks again that it wasn't like an amazing trading day or anything, or like you actually could have seen me, analyze risk better, get in, like actually have a real move that happens, so like you can actually see, real emotions and stuff. This is just really boring. It's basically like watching paint dry. But yeah, so basically this might have been this might be where we break 15,980. So probably I was just a little bit too early, which, you know, of course. But again, right? What can you do? Couple minutes to 10. Let's see if anything crazy happens. There's no news, so there's not going to be like some massive move, but you know, now it's been 30 minutes. First 30-minute candle opens in the market. See how the 15-minute is looking. I mean, yeah, this, I would think that we would go down. I mean, maybe a slight little bounce to like 16,025 or something. Just like a little retrace and then continue this trend down. But yeah, I'm not sure, guys. I mean, again, right? Like, this is just really, really tricky. This is really tricky. But yeah, I'll give it a couple more minutes. So now we're trading at 15,980, a little bit under. Let's see if the bid can keep getting hit. Bringing it a little bit above 980. Big fight at 980. Yeah, let's give it a couple more minutes, see if anything crazy happens. Right now, it's not really looking like that. Microsoft did fold over. Microsoft folded over. That's looking bearish. Amazon still at the lows. Nvidia fucking breaking below. And Apple might curl upwards. And that's what gives us this random little range. Not sure why we're not breaking below. Yeah, that's a little bit confusing, but whatever, I guess. The only one that's not breaking a low is Apple. Yeah, very, very odd. And look at that. S&P still barcoding. No trades whatsoever. Even, yeah, NASDAQ still atrocious. But yeah, guys, so this is definitely one of those days where you just call it. I mean, honestly, guys, I don't even check news, right? Like, I'm kind of out of it for trading. Like, I was just kind of out of the routine, right? So I didn't even check news. I was literally busy before this, and so I didn't even check that we had FOMC at 2 o'clock, right? If I would have known that, I probably would not even be here right now. because again, right, this is why the market's not really moving that much, because it's waiting for FOMC. The minutes at 2 o'clock, that's when the market actually is going to start heating up. And it's Thanksgiving, and this, that, and the third, and that's what brings you to this range. But yeah, so about 35-ish minutes of trading. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all of the Futures Trading Accelerator series videos. Of course, I'm going to start making other videos, a little bit better ones than that. That was just to, give you guys something, a little A to Z course that, you can watch and hopefully just get the gist of, trading, futures trading, A to Z of how to do it. Now, again, right, you're going to have to put in a lot of work, a lot of hours, months, years, to get to a point where you're actually consistently making money and your journey is never going to stop. I mean, you could always do something better. Like, you're never going to arrive at some place where you never do something wrong. I mean, I've been doing this since basically 2018, 19, and still have days where you lose $40, don't even check the news, you're out of your routine. But guess what? Tomorrow, I mean, I'm not going to be trading tomorrow because, I have stuff to be doing. But, let's say that I was trading tomorrow, and I will be soon, every single day. I would be checking news, and I would be, a little bit more in tune with the market and what's going on and actually following my routine and stuff like that. So, there's always something you can just do better, right? But really, really hope you guys enjoyed all the videos. I think this is like 32 or 33. So, lot of videos for you guys. And again, I'm going to be making a lot more. Some of the videos might be, a psychology video or a best trading strategy video, whatever. It might be kind of similar to some of them, but again, it's going to be updated information that, is newer. The market's always changing, so you always need new information of how to navigate it, and hopefully I can provide that to you guys in these newer videos that also might be a little bit more interesting, right? But again, guys, just thank you for watching those. Really, really appreciate it. And let's give it a couple more minutes, just because, it's looking like something might happen here. Looking like if we can break 16,000, then maybe we'll keep heading on upwards. And if we don't, if we just stay in this little zone, that's how I like to think sometimes of like these little zones, like these little chunks, like the 16,040 to 16,020 is one zone, 16,020 to 16,000 is the second zone, and so on, here to here, third zone, here to here, fourth zone. So if we stay in this third zone, just keep trading this third zone, then yeah, market will be completely dead, no trades. If we get into this second zone here, then that's a little bit more bullish. And if we can get into this first zone right here, then yeah, market should actually start doing something, and maybe we'll actually get some good action on the upside or downside. It really doesn't matter, but just some action. Alright guys, I'll be hopping off at 10:10. Got some things that I want to do, and maybe I'll come back at like 2 o'clock. Not live trade, but just trade, or look for some opportunities. But yeah, this is just horrendous. And quite frankly, I would have hopped off like at least 10 minutes ago. But just wanted to, keep trading for you guys and keep giving you guys some insight onto how I trade. But yeah, final minute here, still in Q3. Yeah, this is just bad. And the thing is, too, is like you can't jump from asset class to asset class, right? So if you look at something like Tesla, for example, yeah, Tesla's moving up crazy, right? You could have made a bunch of money on Tesla if you know, bought the open or traded or whatever. But guess what, guys? Tesla did not move a bunch here, or here, or, or here, or here, or here, right? Every single asset class is going to have days where it moves like crazy, days where it's super, super slow, right? And you can't, it is very, very tough, when you take trading day by day. Like, let's say I'm red today, so should I now be super upset and say, oh, I hate trading NASDAQ, I'm never going to trade it again? No. This is just one day out of thousands of more trading days, right? Kept my risk small, $40, right? I basically paid $40 to get back into a trading mindset, right? I mean, later today, I can make $200 or $300 and make up for that, and now I'm green on the day. So never dwell if you're up or down for the day, right? It really doesn't. The daily P&L is irrelevant, right? Should you really care if you're running a business and you have a day where you make 80% of your profits, and then every other day it's like really, really slow? No, because it doesn't matter. That one day is not going to be paying you for the rest of your life, right? You have to show up every single day. So that's just, don't switch from asset class to asset class. Yeah, it is really, really tempting. But yeah, guys, just don't, right? They're, just trading NASDAQ and ES, the S&P, provides so many opportunities. And if you keep switching around from stock to stock or crypto to forex to futures to stocks, and you're just never going to master one. And the thing about trading is that you need to master one asset class and maximum like 3 tickers, stocks, whatever, right? You have to master just a few, because you cannot be a master and have a watch list of 30 stocks and think that you're actually going to catch or even come close to catching all of those moves or whatever. And if I was watching 30 futures right now, I would have no idea what's expensive, what's cheap, where the move is. I would have no idea, right? Because I'm switching from stock to stock to stock, and that's why I don't like trading small caps, right? Because there's a lot of different stocks to trade, but you miss this move here because you're looking at this one, then you go to that one, you miss another one, and it's just missing plays all day long, and even big caps, right? I mean, missing Nvidia and Amazon and Tesla and AMD and Roblox, and guess what? Most of them literally are going to be moving basically the same, right? If Amazon's up, Nvidia is probably going to be up, Apple's probably going to be up, Microsoft's probably going to be up. And all of those correlate to futures, so why not just trade the S&P or NASDAQ? And that's basically like trading, all 7 of those in one. And the S&P and NASDAQ is always going to be here, right? So that's just a little spiel of, because I used to be like that for a long time, right? Where I'd be red for one day and be like, oh man, this is so stupid, strategy doesn't work. And it's really easy to think that when you don't have enough, data and enough time to go off of, where you realize, no, there's just some days that aren't that good. You aren't that good. You're not your best that day. Big deal. Now go do something else for the day. Gonna go make money something else. Right? And yeah, guys, we're spending a ton of time here in Q3. I mean, if we don't break into Q1, like actually break and close into Q1, then honestly, I would kind of think that we might bounce into Q2 just because of how much time we've been accumulating in that range. Just pumped up a little bit from these lows, coming back down here, trading here, where would be the easiest course of action. Probably just to, squeeze some of these shorts that are shorting here. But again, who knows, right? We have a double bottom right here. Technically a double or triple bottom right here, so there's a lot of buying. So I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of getting an indication that we might go up, but again, right? We have the thing at 2 o'clock. I don't know. The market is it's not moving like how I would like it to move. So we could just go range here, 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 and there's just no good trading setup. But at this point, it's 10:15. It's been about 45 minutes. If you guys are still here watching, you are a dedicated person and trader at trying to better yourself. So you are awesome if you're still here watching. And yeah, guys, this is the last video of the Future Trading Accelerator series. Hope you guys really enjoyed that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.